able to see. This one, what it says is the failure will takes place above the footing also. Understand? So gave the generalized theory of bearing capacity was strip footing again. Okay, Mehrab considered the failure mechanism similar to the assumed by the Terzaghi, but extended the failure surface above the foundation level. What it says is this BE one bed would be formed and the soil would fail in that way. So what Terzaghi was given is below that we have footing and the radial shear zone and the passive zone and so on. So above the footing, what he says that Mehrab says that so the failure pattern would be in such a way that so BE1 failure plane would be formed. Okay, that if you remember the rest of the thing you can read it. Okay, I don't have pen now. So this is what the Mehrab says. Anyway, I will check it. And he has given equations also. Uh, what we'll do is we'll stop this one board, we'll quit it and we'll go for our general PDF what we have it. So this one is the general one. So there was a problem. So this is what it says. Okay, so then if you look at here, so he has given the equation for ultimate bearing capacity, which is exactly the same, of Terjagis, C dash NC NQ. But only difference here is he has given his own NC NQ and N gamma values. So where NC NQ gamma are general bearing capacity factor of Meher's theory, this factor depends upon the roughness of the base, then depth of the footing and shape of the footing. That's the only difference here. What Terzaghi said is it only depends on the cohesionless parameter, that is phi value, internal angle friction. But what he says is here it depends on the roughness of the base, depth of the footing and the shape of the footing. That's the only difference, and he has assumed the failure surface in this fashion. Okay, so this NC NQ gammas are given in this figure. Okay, figure 23.13 figure it is given, some charts are given for that. Okay, so ultimate bearing capacity given by Mehrab theory is close to the experimental values for the shallow footings. The values lies between the general shear failure value and the local shear failure value of the Terzagis. So whatever he is telling, giving the values, so it is coming in between. Okay. However, for a deep footings, Mehrab analysis gives values better and greater than Terzaghi's values. The main advantage of the Mehrab's theory is that it can also be used for the deep foundation and for the footing, and the slope also can be used. This particular theory can be used. Understood? There's a difference. Here, what will happen to the cohesionless soil? Other term becomes 0, and this equation comes in this fashion. Okay, this is what he was telling about that NC, NQ, and gamma values. Mehrab, okay, this is the Mehrab with 5 values. It will give values for that NC, NQ, gamma. You can get it, and which is not only depend on the cohesionless and angle of internal friction, but also roughness of the footing at the bottom and the shape of the footing and so on. This is how it comes to the cohesive soil. Okay, when NC and Q gamma, if you apply it, this is what it shows. Okay, so next guy is the Hansen's bearing capacity theory. Terzaghi is very important for, and these guys also we cannot neglect it. So these guys worked after that Terzaghi's, and they have given their own different equations. So Hansen's bearing capacity. What is the difference here? Hansen's what difference you will see here in Hansen's? Same NC NQ, same Q surcharge term and the NQ, same 0.5 gamma B into N gamma. What are the extra term coming here? Can you just see? What are the extra term coming here? What are the extra term is coming? This shape factor SC, depth factor DC, and the inclination factor IC. The rest is same. Where NC, NQ, and gamma are Hansen's bearing capacity factor, he has given his own table, and Q the effective surcharge. Okay, gamma DF, we know that. And only extra factor what he says is the depth factor and the shape factor, inclination factor of the ground he has considered, and NC and gamma is given, and the similar way the NC and gamma given the table for with respect to phi, and shape factors also given here. Okay, for continuous footing 1, SC is 1, continuous footing stick footing 1, and the S gamma, SQ, S gamma 1. For the rectangular footing, he has given this one plus 0.2 B by L. And square footing 1.3, 1.2, 0.8, circular footing. So different shapes he has given, depth factor also he has given, where D of the foundation and width of the diameter and so on. And he has given the inclination if the footing is rest on the inclination. So inclination factor also he has given. Understood. So this guy also Hansen has worked after this fellow Mehra, who says that the failure would be so given here there would be some shear, and here we can find out this effective, I mean surcharge. Okay, so likewise Hansen also given. Then one more thing is V6 also done a lot of research actually, this fellow also in 1973, and again he has given his own this one NCNQ gamma. So what we are here people are playing is this fact with these factors only, but base is Terzaghi's only. Okay, once you are okay with the Terzaghi's theory, rest is just the addition of that. So what he says that he confirmed that basic nature of the failure surface in the soil is suggested by Terzaghi as given that previous figure is correct. What he says that Terzaghi whatever he has given is correct. However, the angle which the inclination surface ACBC makes with the horizontal was found to be closer to 45 plus 5 instead of 5. The values of bearing capacity factor NC, NQ, and N gamma for a given angle of shear and friction changes above notification compatible with this one. So he has given NC, NQ, and gamma, and was first proposed by the Pandit and these fellows and so on. And the bearing capacity equation is similar to the Hansen. Same equation he has given, like Hansen's he has given, and he has given his own NC. This is V6 bearing capacity factor NC, NQ, and gamma. Looks interesting, right? So this guy doing research, and no, after that, and they are giving their own factors. Next, coming to the IS code, generally we will copy from someone's and we'll make it our code, whatever may be, whether it is a building code or IS code and so on. So IS code has generally taken from the basic with little modification. So this is very important for us. Okay, so Indian Standard Code says ultimate bearing capacity, which is similar to the proposed by the basic, the previous equation, where CNC is there, NC, NQ gamma is there, here 0.5 is there. Other term SC, DC, IC, NQ he has given -1 here, and the only difference is these factors. And here what is the W dash? The water table here we have considered. Okay, Q the effective pressure at the base. The second term has been changed because net ultimate is given by equation. So this one they have taken net ultimate, Q ultimate minus gamma df is equal to this one. So the factor W dash takes into the account the effect of the water table. Here below the ground surface we are worrying. This term comes below the ground below the base of the footing. If the water table is at below at the depth df plus b, measure from the groundwater, then it becomes 1. That already we have seen. If the width of the footing, if the water table is just below the width of the footing, b, if the b is the width of the footing, if b times below that, if the water table is there, which is already we have seen that it is water table correction factor is 1 only, negligible. If the water table is likely to rise, again what we have seen that the reduction in the bearing capacity 50 up to 50% it reduces. Okay, so that's what it is given. If the water table is located at the d below, that already we have done this one. Okay, then he has given depth factor and so on. And we have considered the local shear failure also. Already we know that local shear failure, we have done it. What is happening? This C become 2/3 C and this 5 become mobilized, 1 become 2/3 of tan phi dash. That also we have considered it now. Local shear failure, previous equation is general shear failure, and this one is the local shear failure. Understand? So again, we will read this para. In the case of cohesionless soil, if the relative density is greater than 70% and the void ratio is less than the 0.55, the failure is considered as the general shear failure. So this thing already we have seen why we consider general shear failure and local shear failure, because based on the density, based on the void ratio, we have seen based on the what do you say settlement, many things we have seen previously if you go through. So the failure is considered as the general shear failure. On the other hand, if the relative density is smaller than 20% and void ratio is greater than 0.75, the failure is considered as the local shear failure or punching shear failure. And the equation can be used, the whatever equation we have given, the 23.5 means this one. So generally punching we are not worrying, as I said, we mostly focus on the general local shear failure only. For a relative density between the 20 and 70, suppose if it is coming in between, the bearing factors are obtained by interpolation between the general shear failure and local. Some interpolation will do it and will give that bearing capacity factor. Understand? So this guy is an IS code and is given here they have given one example for the relative density of this one and other one. So illustration has given. You just go through this one, how we will calculate the NC, NQ, N gamma, and for the mobilized 2/3, okay, NC, NQ, N gamma, you will get it for 40% density and phi is equal 30 and so on. It's very simple. For general shear failure, we'll get the values from the table. So you can try this one. Okay, suppose let us consider the case where the relative density, suppose relative density is 40 in between, phi is equal to 30. The bearing capacity factor for general shear failure, go to table and get the NC, NQ and N gamma. Then for mobilize, you can calculate 2/3 of that one. Okay, C also you can calculate, and NC, NQ gamma, this is for the local shear failure and this is for the general shear failure. Let us find the net ultimate bearing capacity for C dash, cohesionless soil. Okay, then if you find those, if the B is given 2 meter, yes, shear factor, depth factor and inclination factor, find out. And finally, net ultimate bearing capacity also you can find out. Some example it is given. Understand? So again, let me check this Skempton's analysis. So IS code for anyway, before Skempton, IS code has given for cohesive soil also. So this is the equation, net ultimate bearing capacity for a cohesive soil. Shear factor, depth factor, inclination factor. Other term becomes 0, 190. Okay, here if NQ become 1, then what will happen? This term becomes N gamma becomes 0. We are talking about net ultimate gamma df. Okay, so it becomes only this term. Hope you are following. Okay, so net ultimate we are talking about the not ultimate bearing capacity. If it is ultimate plus gamma df, it will come NQ gamma df. Here NQ is 1, so net ultimate minus gamma df, you deduct, it will come net ultimate. Understand? So this Kempton's also not important for us because we will study in master level for different things he has given. I don't think it is included in your syllabus also, but just giving a picture. No, if you want to do masters in geotechnical engineering, so you will be having this Mehrab, so many theories, basics, Hanson's, this Kempton's. These fellows have worked a lot. So, but undergraduate level Terzaghi equations and some settlement equation IS code is enough, more than enough for you. So anyway, we'll go through it. Let us see what it is. So schematics show the bearing capacity factor NSQ in the Terzaghi equation tends to increase with the depth. Okay, and the figure he has given for NC1 D by B ratio. He says already we have seen this D by B ratio. Okay, square and circular footing. And for a square and circular footing, the value NC is given 6.2 for a surface footing and so on. And then what he has given is depth B ratio in CNP gamma. He has given rectangular and so on. Ultimate bearing capacity can be find out CNC. Okay. So similar way he has given with previously we have seen one thing with the D by B ratio. No, similar way he has given it. D by B ratio. If you go through. So it is not there in this PDF. I think okay in the book if you check it. So next is what is involved here on bottom of the cut. So with that we'll stop today. Okay, so we have discussed some theories which is little advanced to the Terzaghi's theories. Okay, what they have done is depth factor, shape factor, and other things, inclination factor they have considered so that those theory would be valid not only for the shallow deep foundation also we can consider, but deep foundation again we'll do some testing for that. Failure may not be exactly like deep foundation. Deep foundation means pile foundation. Okay, in the pile you cannot imagine that hue over the surface and all. Most of the theories are valid for the shallow foundations only, but we can use for deep foundation if the pile foundation width is very high and we assume that there may be same failure pattern will take. Hope you are following. Okay, so mostly this would be valid for the strip footing, square, rectangular by changing little bit on the in the formulas. Okay, and these theories can be used. Only one thing you should remember here for your competitive exam, GATE exam, and other thing is Terzaghi's theories and other theories also you can go through, read it once. And what is the difference you should have know, because sometimes they will ask in the exam and in the interview also. So how the failure patterns are changing and what will happen NC, NQ, N gamma and all. So if you have clarity about that one, then this bearing capacity factor chapter, no, we can close it. We can do some numerical also. So many problems are given. Maybe next class we'll take some problem. Then you will understand this bearing capacity, how generally we find the ultimate bearing capacity. So with that, what I'll do is I'll stop today.